crowd. They're already getting riled up.
Yeah, they're getting loud already. I remember just walking down the stage, so getting loud already. So hopefully it's going to be a good final today.
How are you enjoying Lisbon as well?
Yeah, I wanted to enjoy Lisbon today, but didn't happen,
got to the work.
Yeah, but enjoyed yesterday. Really beautiful city.
It's great to have you here. It's the first time I see so many people getting excited about the desk. We have people waiting left side, right side. It's like, are they here for us? No, it was like, Karrigan. Oh my God, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
And you're going to be performing in the show match later today as well. It's going to be good.
Yeah, Tuscan for the first time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be really good. I don't know what's happening. There you go. That's the excitement there. I mean, we can start off the conversation by just kind of talking about your experiences here. Of course, we unfortunately didn't see you making it onto that stage as well, which I know you were frustrated about, considering an incredible run at the major, obviously going straight into Dallas, which is testing in terms of the fatigue of the team as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Dallas was tough. I arrived there a day later because of some stuff I had to take care of, so I didn't feel so good in Dallas. But coming to this tournament, we really wanted to win it. We wanted to prove that we can play better series than in Dallas. Obviously didn't happen. We kind of got railed by Navi. We had no chance there, and I just feel like we were laughing on Inferno when we split side. There's a lot of those games where we have no chance, and unfortunately it was right before making arena, but it is what it is.
That happens, right? That happens. You have those games where everything is just off. You said you were laughing it off. How's the team vibes now after a couple of days to kind of soak it in?
Yeah, obviously a little frustrated, right? But we also know, okay, we're trying to look at the positive side and just say, like, okay, Cologne, this is the one. And I also think I expressed it into you, if we don't make it to the final of Cologne, obviously the start of the season and how we ended is obviously a little frustrating. But yeah, we have played a lot and we have gone deep in the tournament, so people are catching up, and hopefully for Cologne we can reinvent ourselves a little bit.
You said, I believe that was to Pala as well, you said it would be a disappointment if you didn't win Cologne. Like, even winning the major, even in the beginning of the season that you talked about, which was a great start, it would still to be considered as a disappointment. Do you stand by that? Because I found that quite intriguing in a way. You won the major, and that was the big goal for you, obviously, but do you still think it would be a disappointment if you were to win, not to win Cologne?
I think I said to make it to the finals of Cologne. Okay. I have never been to the finals of Cologne, so obviously that's where I want to be. And no team have ever won Katowice, Cologne, and a major on the same season, so I want to try to achieve that. And like I said, obviously if we go to semi-final and we lose to a better team, that's fine, but obviously not making the playoff in Cologne and stuff like that would be a disappointing result, but also we have to just reevaluate what we have done and how we can achieve the same level in the beginning of the season. I think we dropped a little off individually because we didn't play enough, and now we have time, 14 days to prepare for Cologne, and we have to show up individually there.
Yeah, I think that was going to be my question. We at the desk, sometimes we try to paint a picture. What is a team that's winning and a team that's losing? You now have experienced the two extremes in a very short time. You dominated the world in 2022 at the beginning. Two tournaments a little bit more complicated. From your inside perspective, what's the difference between the Faze that's winning and the one that's struggling a little bit? Where is it the difference?
Yeah, I think we kind of evaluated yesterday. I think the prime force we had this whole season was we always played like we're in the lead. Faze always played like up 8-0, even though we're down 0-8. Okay. And what I like the most is tournament, we didn't back down from that. We tried to go for the duels against Navi. We tried to play the style we have. And if you don't hit the shots, it's very easy to kind of like, we are getting read by the opponent, but what if you make that kill, the opponent don't read us, right? So I think it's 5% of everywhere, and that's where I always hate to kind of pinpoint what's wrong.
Yeah.
So we are maybe getting read a little bit. Maybe we did 5% more new setups. Maybe we need 5% more individually, and then 5 more initiative. But everything like that comes in fatigue. I feel like you're not playing at your 100%, and you don't have practice to reach that 100%. Yeah. So what I normally do for tournaments, like 2 weeks before a tournament, I slowly increase my practice all the time. Okay. But after coming home from Dallas, 3 days, 100% practice and going to Blast. But it's not an excuse. Everybody has the same situation. But when we have gone deep that so many times and we have not used a lot of energy at Katowice still, like that was very fatigued tournament for us with not knowing who's playing. So yeah, I think we have work cut out for us to end the season on a high note.
And do you feel that as a captain now, you have these 2 weeks, you have Cologne obviously in the horizon. Do you think it's your special responsibility to make sure everyone in the group arrives with the right mindset, that they don't let these losses affect them too much, not overthink the situation? Is that your specific task?
I think it's me and Robin's task to kind of make sure, okay, how's everybody feeling? I don't think we start switching positions and stuff like that.
No,
that's always the dangerous part, like where are you getting the impact and where you're not getting the impact. So yeah, I think it's our task to keep the voice a little bit down and hear what people have to say. And then obviously for the new season, we can work on new stuff.
Take a look at the screen right here, Karrigan, right? Rain with the 88 score. I think everyone, including myself, maybe even including you, were a bit surprised that he's in such a great shape. Obviously, the major was fantastic by Rain. You played with him for many, many years. How is he like as a teammate, you know, behind the scenes? Because he seems like a very calm dude, but you know him better than anyone.
For me, he's the loyal soldier. So if I say go B, and somebody's saying maybe we should go A, he say go B, Finn says B. You know, he's this kind of guy he always follows the lead. He always goes to stuff. And I think the team realized at the major what a confidence Rain is, because he spreads confidence to the whole team. He just goes to the peaks. So even twist out of game, I feel confident just watching Rain play, because the way he plays the game, the way he sees the game, and yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, but what I love the most, he always goes for it. Because but the worst thing is to have an inter-fragger who has a good period, goes for it all the time. 1 bad game, 2 bad games, he doesn't go for it. The whole dynamic of the team changes. But with Rain and me, I don't think it never changed. We always go for stuff. We always create the space. Sometimes we create more space, sometimes less space. And that's why with our teammates have to kind of finish off the job.
I wanted to ask a question about Rops as well, specifically for you, because it's been so interesting not only to see his development as a player, but the fact that, you know, you were one of the in-game leaders that was bringing him up when he was a young prospective star as well. How much of development have you seen in Rops? I mean, going onto that major grand final stage, that must have been a pretty incredible moment for him.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I think I've been a guide for him in that sense, that how you see the game, how you move forward, how you play as a team. But everything inside the game, that's all himself. He's working really hard. I don't want to take credit for anything of that. But I think by having me as a leader, he feels he can just play his own game. He could go through his duel. And I remember at the beginning when I played with him, he was a little more passive than now. Because like if you see 2017, 18 entry stats, they're completely different nowadays than they were. And I think that's because how he sees the game differently now.
Karrigan, after you won the major, I got a little bit scared in the sense that I was fearing perhaps that you would maybe retire, right? You've been through everything. You tried everything. Now you're talking about winning Cologne, winning Katowice, winning the major in the same year. If you were to win Cologne, are you looking at retirement? Are you still super, super motivated to continue?
I think it all depends on where I'm in my life. I think priorities is kind of set now. I want to be the best version of myself. And that's the funny thing. I talked to Robin the other day. I feel like I get better individually every day. But the scene also gets better individually every day, so it's very hard. And I think I've just been part of many metas. I've been part of the utility, the strategy, the slow pace CS, the fast pace CS. And right now, we in Faze are creating the meta, right? People are looking at us, how we play, how we do it. And if you see ENCE is kind of playing the same style as us, and they're also a really great team at the moment, right? So I don't see any future right now where I stop. We don't know in 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, I don't know. And for me, it's the most important thing. If I wake up one day and I don't feel it, then maybe it's time to stop, maybe it's time to do something else. But right now, I enjoy every moment, and especially when I think about last year, how tough it was. Being here now, and maybe I have a tough day next year, but I know I can come back again. So I've always come back in my career.
Yeah, you